I first met John Gould at Boy Scout camp, although at the time I didn't know I was meeting John Gould. I was on the lake in a canoe with some friends. We encountered another canoe where a guy was diving into the water, and we discovered he was trying to find his glasses, which had fallen in. Fast forward a couple of years, my senior year of high school, and my friend Bruce introduced me to a new student named John Gould. Sometime after that, we discovered that we were the two guys on the lake that day. John and I became friends. I was fascinated by his guitar playing. I played guitar, not nearly as well as he did, but we had a lot of fun that year, becoming friends. We double dated several times. In fact, we double dated to our senior prom. After graduation, we went our separate ways. A couple of years later, summer of 1971, we discovered we were both living in Cincinnati. And we renewed our friendship, and some good things came out of that. Now, when I joined the staff of the Jesus House in '71, about a month or so after I joined the staff, I met a young lady who was coming to the Jesus House, who was in high school. I believe it was her senior year, named Judy. In fact, in my journal from those days, I have an entry that says, "Rapped with Judy Fothergill." See, in those days, we didn't talk, we rapped, which was different than today's rapping. But I met John and Judy separate from each other, but it wasn't too long after that that John told me he knew Judy, and then Judy told me she knew John. And then I was pleased as they began dating, and then I was humbled and honored when John asked me to be best man in their wedding. And that was 50 years ago when they got married. So I want to say, first of all, congratulations to John and Judy. 50 years of marriage, children, grandchildren, living in several different places in the country. It's been a wonderful life for you. Now, a few years after they married, then we all found ourselves at College Hill Presbyterian Church together. And of course, as you can imagine, John became a very in-demand worship leader, just as he had become an in-demand performer at the Jesus House. Not long after we discovered we were both in Cincinnati, I asked him to come out and sing. And over the years, many of you have heard me say this before, I'm going to say it again, John Gould performed at the Jesus House more than any other artist. And for good reason, because he always was and is an artist. And he was always a blessing to me and to many, many others. Well, John and Judy as a couple have always been that to me and to many others. In fact, after I married, Pam and I had our first child. Judy even babysat for Alyssa for a short period of time. But we had a good time worshiping together at College Hill and continuing to be friends. And so on this occasion, celebrating their 50th anniversary, I'm deeply sorry I'm not there in person, and I envy those of you who are. And when I say envy, I mean envy in a good way. These are two incredible people, and it's an honor to me to be able to honor them and honor their time together. And so my good wife Pam told me I needed to conclude this video with a question for the two of you. And so John Gould and Judy Fothergill Gould, I ask you, on this occasion of 50 years of marriage, will you continue to accept each other as husband and wife for another 50 years? And if so, respond with a hearty, "I will." God bless you. Congratulations.